So as some of you may know, or many of you may know, the saxophone family has a multitude of instruments. The most common are the soprano, alto, tenor, and bari. If you're like me and like most students starting out, you've probably started on the alto saxophone and maybe considering venturing out to some of the other horns. Most commonly next up is tenor, which I'm here to talk about a little bit with you today. So the tenor is the next largest in the family of saxophones, and it's just some noticeable difference. This is where we start to get a curve in the neck just because it's a little bit bigger and it helps to facilitate a better playing position. And with that, it gets a lower sound. But really the mechanics are pretty much the same. Just like any saxophone, all the fingerings, all the notes are gonna be the same. Even reading the music, it's gonna be the same. Low B flat to high F is the usual range. So there's no change there. But especially with tenor, and especially if you're playing in concert band or classical tenor, it's really important to think about getting a nice open sound. And really the one big difference you want to have when playing tenor versus alto is thinking about a little bit looser of an embouchure and a lot more relaxed or open of a throat position, or what we would call voicing. I think tenor is especially hard when students are starting out, because if you play with the same embouchure and feeling with as you would on an alto, the tone tends to get kind of pinched and strained. It's hard to control dynamics, and then it just doesn't sound as good as the instrument can. So you really want to focus on having a more open throat position. And what I like to do is think about, like, when I'm playing, if there's like a small Nerf ball in the back of my throat, just to kind of open everything up to help kind of the air flow. A really good note to check that on tenor is actually a G or a G sharp with the octave key. Because again, a lot of developing students, especially coming from alto, will try to play that note and get something like, or, which that doesn't sound good. That's not how that's supposed to sound. But again, if you think about a little bit looser of an embouchure and really think an openness back here, and try to get a really nice, and then keep that position for the rest of the horn, you'll have a really nice, beautiful tenor sound.